Okay, next is Light Online, book number 2, Keeper, written by Tom Lacombe. It is 527 pages. It is $3.99. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. And here's the author's description. Eddie Hunter isn't stuck in the game Light Online, but if he wants to keep his job, he needs to stay there. It's not a hardship for him, as he increasingly believes that his in-game life is far preferable to his out-of-game life. Working on a hidden development quest that he discovered by accident has him becoming more and more entrepreneurial, even while running his own inn. But between him and his party, the Meadowlands is rapidly developing. The goblin from the Forest of Fools have noticed the Meadowlands growing stronger as well and start attacking out of the forest. They seem to be growing smarter as the Meadowlands do. The Meadowlands themselves are changing, also offering more challenges and rewards as Eddie completes more of his quest. Eddie finally decides he can't keep everything going on his own. Between running it in, building the things necessary for his quest, adventuring, and more, he's getting to the point where important things are slipping his mind. When a dungeon is discovered in the Meadowlands, where there was never one before, he gives in and relegates himself to an assistant in running his own inn so that he and his party can test themselves against it in an attempt to grow their own power levels. So there you go. And that's a fairly good description of the novel. It definitely undercuts one of the points on the story I think is kind of neat, but it's an entertaining sequel. I really enjoyed book number 1 in the series. Book number 2 I think is actually even better, so it gets a slightly higher review score. But there's crafting, town building, and action in this story. And I think those are going to be the big draws for most audience members. Looking at the reviews on the story, this is done really well for the fans in the series, and the sales in this is done like pretty primo. So congratulations to the author. There is a new kind of twist to the story. I think in book 1 it was like a hacking situation, which is the plot line. In book number 2, there's a different kind of storyline with employees of the company taking over the rules on monsters and how that kind of influences them and how they're influencing them in the game world. It's a bit outside of that kind of loose new way of conflict being introduced in the story. A lot of the story is very slice of life with the main character, again, crafting, town building with his and adventuring with his friends in this game world. And it's kind of fun. It's just kind of fun to follow them along. If you like book number 1, you're going to like book number 2, I think. And for people who enjoy crafting, who like town building, they're really going to enjoy this because that's a good chunk of this story. So for me, it gets a score of 7.6 out of 10. That's the Light Online book number 2 Keeper with a score of 7.6 out of 10.